a bathroom break.
Announcement, thank you.
Yeah, if I could do that at the end, just so nobody's like following up. I mean, at the end of the announcements.
Oh, sure, okay.
You know, you don't want to read something like
Okay,
that. and
sure.
Read something fun.
You know that, right, Sherry? Just do Miss Willoughby.
I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah, I'll do it at the end of the announcement. So whatever announcements are first.
Okay.
That was like, you're using that teacher thing. Everybody quiet down. Yeah, exactly.
We know that maneuver.
Downtown
Give you a
tomorrow.
raise?
I'm in the same boat with everyone else.
Hey, give him a raise. I'm in his corner.
Thank you, Sherry.
Everybody, we're all good. I'm embarrassed I'm not wearing a suit, but I'm tired. I didn't want to go home and do it.
You were gonna go home and change, you look.
Yeah.
Threw the suit on and got out of the office and went, this was a mistake. I should have worn that. Yeah. I had that shirt in my car and went, oh, I should have worn that shirt.
Too late.
I do try and make wear a suit and a tie, but or at least a suit. I screwed up today. So tired. I don't know why.
Yeah, on the 23rd.
Yeah. House burned down. I said, I'll mow your lawn while because you got enough to think about and moving out of their house and stuff. I haven't had 2 hours to mow their lawn.
It's just like,
I'm literally gonna take off 2 hours tomorrow morning
You
to
better,
mow
it's
the
supposed
lawn.
to start raining.
That's why.
Yeah.
I gotta get it mowed before it rains.
What started your fire?
I heard it was electrical, and I don't know. I heard a rumor it might be a vape pen that was charging and overheating. I don't know, in the vape pen, whatever they have. Yeah. No, it's just rumor. I don't really know yet.
Yeah.
They sure, I mean, you're just talking, I had mine in the car and I made the mistake of throwing the coat on.
yeah, he's got his on too.
You look good.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Is Kevin Martin supposed to be here? Because I don't recall him saying, Dan? Kevin Martin?
He called to say he wouldn't be here. No, not me.
Well, Miss Otzman's here so we can start.
Actually, somebody who wants to be who's got a digital clock.
You got your, you got this on your computer.
5:59.
Okay, we're starting up in 1 minute.
I've got mine.
Leon's not here.
I feel terrible because he probably called me and I just don't remember.
Kevin, you ever call him?
I don't think he's ever missed a meeting that he didn't call. Give him a ring.
Sure.
Okay.
Let me start this and get out of the way.
Okay. This meeting is called to order at 6 o'clock. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everyone. We are being broadcast live over Van Buren Television. Deputy Clerk, could you call the roll?
Trustee Frazier?
Trustee Kelly. Here. Boyan.
Here.
Trustee Martin is excused. Clerk Wright is excused. Treasurer Bud.
Here.
Supervisor McNamara.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. First of all, we have an executive summary. Today we have a consent agenda, which consists of the work study minutes, the board meeting minutes, the prepaid list, the voucher list, and a resolution which with a revised memorandum of understanding with Wayne County's Land Bank for approximately $6,000 for the demolition of a structure on Tyler Road. It's on the consent assembly because we already approved money on a grant for that, and so we got an extra $6,000, so we're just adding that on. Resolution 2310, which is amending the law, LDFA bylaw article, which means our LDFA board that's over Visteon Village can meet quarterly instead of monthly. Everybody's agreed to do that. And we're doing our reappointing Denise Partridge to the Water and Sewer Commission. She has a term expires on June 1st of 2025. New business includes a resolution to tentatively designate a special assessment district and schedule a public hearing. This is going to be for homestead condominiums. And we're going to have a discussion on a second reading of an ordinance updating the township's code of ordinances to authorize us to hire a single solid waste hauler. That is all I have on that. Moving on to adoption of the agenda. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
I have a motion by Trustee Frazier, supported by Boynton. Trustee Boynton. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion opposed? Motion passes. Next item is the consent agenda. Trustee Frazier, did you want to?
Supervisor, I'll take care of that for you.
What's that?
I'll take care of that for you.
Okay. Trustee Boynton, could you read the consent agenda?
I can read, Don.
Read.
Who wants, Trustee Boynton? Yeah, okay.
That we accept and approve the consent agenda consisting of the following. Work study and board meeting minutes of May 2nd, the prepaid list of May 4th and May 11th, the voucher list of May 16th, all of 2023, and the approvals of Resolution 2023-08, revised MOU with Wayne County Land Bank Authority for approximately $5,583.33 in funding to support demolition of a structure on township property located at 39600 Tyler Road. Resolution 2023-10 to amend the LDFA bylaws, Article 3, Section 2, regular schedule to meet on a quarterly basis, and the reappointment of Denise Partridge to the Water and Sewer Commission with a term to expire on June 1st of 2025.
Thank you. Trustee Frazier, would you like to support?
Support.
Okay, I have a motion. I have support. Hearing no discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? This motion passes. We're now into public hearing, which we have. Wait a second. Do we have a public hearing scheduled today, Mr. Akers? No. All right. Correspondence, announcements, and presentations. We'll start with the treasurer.
This is to notify everybody that tomorrow, on May the 17th at 1 o'clock, township offices will be closed from 1 to 5 because employees and staff are going to have an active shooter training period during that time.
And I am here to, if anybody is interested in becoming a volunteer for our senior center or our recreation or our community center, we need volunteers. We really need some Meals on Wheels drivers. We need some people to help out with our food pantries, which are just, they're still needed, and we really could use some help. This is becoming a county-wide problem. I mean, if you've got friends in other cities that want to come here or volunteer in their own city, the need is great for the volunteers. But thank you very much on that. Does anybody else have any announcements before I call Jennifer Zangline up? Jennifer Zanglin, could you come up? This is sad.
Thank you. Always good to check the mic. Good evening, Board. I am deeply saddened to report the passing of one of our Recreation Committee members, Denise Willoughby. Denise has served our committee faithfully for 6 years and was a pleasure to work with. I personally have known Denise for over 20 years. She's been a fantastic asset to our community and a fantastic educator. Even though we greatly value her commitment to our committee, her greater contribution to our community has been the 16 years she spent volunteering for our local Boy Scouts troop and adventure crew 231, and the 42 years she was just finishing and just getting ready to retire from our local elementary schools. Denise served 42 years as a kindergarten teacher at Haggerty Elementary, Tyler Elementary, and most recently, Edgemont Elementary. If you knew Denise, you knew she cared deeply for her students, and they never went without the things they needed, including lots of love and encouragement. Clerk Leon Wright is out of town this week, not able to attend tonight's meeting, but would like me to pass along the following sentiments. Denise, as board liaison to our Recreation Committee meeting, I cannot thank you enough for your dedication to Van Buren Township and the Parks and Recreation Department. You have served the committee faithfully and have always conducted yourself in a kind and professional manner. I would like to send my sincerest condolences to Denise's husband, Tim, and son, Cordell, and her many students and colleagues. Please know that Denise was a great benefit to the township, and she will be greatly missed. Thank you, Clerk Wright. Now I would like to observe a moment of silence for our friend, Denise Willoughby. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for your service, Denise.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and I would speak for everybody that she'll be deeply missed. She was around here for a long time, working every day diligently. A volunteer, so, yeah, a wonderful volunteer. Okay, is anybody, okay, so now we're into the public comment period. The public comment period is where anybody from the audience that wishes to speak on any issue that we're about to talk about today can come up and speak. Is there anybody from the audience that wants to come up and speak on something that's going to happen today? No? Homestead? I don't know, what do you, okay, all right. I don't know what you're here for.
It's a public meeting.
I just wanted to make sure that they got a shot, okay. All right, this,
I'm sorry, are you asking us to come up and say something now?
are you, okay, no? Go with you? Okay. Okay, oh, okay. I know Homestead is on the agenda today, and you are Homestead? And we are here. Okay, all right. It might be a good idea if one of you would come up and mentions that, unless you want to bring them up when we call it up. We'll bring it up when we call up the issue, okay? All right. New business is a discussion on to consider approval of a resolution to tentatively designate a special assessment district and schedule a public hearing on the establishment of a special assessment district over the Homestead condominiums. Can I get a motion?
Through the chair. I make a motion that we approve Resolution 2023-09, a resolution to tentatively designate a special assessment district, or SAD, and schedule a public hearing of the establishment of the SAD for the Homestead condominiums.
Support. Support? Yes, support. Director.
Good evening, Board, and thanks for having me. I'm here before you tonight to introduce a project for the Homestead condominiums. This has been a long time coming. Their roads is in pretty terrible condition, so I'm glad that we in the board will consider helping you guys get your roads fixed, and that's sincere. So before you tonight is for the board to consider approval to initiate a special assessment district process. Within this process is from Public Act 188 from 1954 that the township have a process to go through. This is the first part of that process. This is for road improvements in the homestead condominiums and to adopt a resolution to schedule a public hearing for establishment of a special assessment district. The resolution includes the certification signatures on petitions received from the subdivision that the supervisor office have certified. And I'm happy to announce that the homestead residents came in favor of 58% of residents being in favor of this project. So that gives us the opportunity to move forward and present this to you tonight. The scope of work in the area proposed for this project sets a public hearing date possibly of June 6th. And that's so that the contract can get in there and get these roads fixed so they don't get in much more dire need, okay? Here tonight, we have the Homestead Board. We have Allied Construction. It's here to answer any question the board may have. So at which time, after I go through my presentation, I'll give them an opportunity to address the board.
Any questions? So the process is the same. We're gonna do this twice. We're gonna get a hard number of what you plan on borrowing from the township. And then we're going to notify the people in your community individually through direct letters what the cost will be over 5 years to their taxes. If enough of them don't get out at that time, or if people get back in, I mean, because quite frankly, you took months to get the first round. This one only took 2 weeks. I mean, they sent a letter out and said, anybody interested in this, you have to fill it out and, do the, with your name properly and everything. And 2 weeks later, they had, 6 out of 10 people sending it back. So, if at that point in time, then we would meet again, and then you'll come back and make sure that we vote the way you want us to, and to lend you the money. Then you will run the construction job, and you will run. It will be your job. So there's no coming back on us. We will lend you the money because we believe in lending money to our own homeowners associations to build our own community, and that's the way we should be, I think. And then you will pay us back over 5 years. The good residents of Van Buren Township will be paid back. Okay. Any questions? No? Okay. I have a motion for the first, this isn't done. It's got a couple more weeks to go, but this is a big part. I have a motion, and I have a second to move this forward. Hearing no further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. You're on your way. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Marlene McCullough, the president of the HOA. Does this mean then on June the 6th, we're going to have a hearing, a public hearing for the residents to come?
Yes, I see my director Akers, who oversees the process with Director Lockett. They're all saying yes.
Okay,
so,
good.
So we're going to want some hard quotes on what it's going to cost to do your roads. Then we're going to take okay.
Already, we had that before we even did the petition. That's how we got the residents' approval so quick this time around.
All right, super. Okay. So in between now and then, we'll send out letters, or what? We won't send out letters.
We will send out.
We will send out letters. Okay.
Yes.
We'll send out letters. Okay.
Okay.
There'll be two letters. The first letter will go out, and then there'll be a second letter going out for the second hearing. At which time the residents can come and voice their concerns, whether they're in favor or not, whether they want to be in or out. At that time, we'll present to the board the actual estimated cost of the project and how much it would cost each homeowner over the 5-year period.
Okay.
You'll be our third homeowners association. Haggerty Sub, Greenbrier, now you.
Greenbrier's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Haggerty Sub's almost done too. Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right, thanks.
So
All right,
any
thank you, Director.
questions for Allied Construction or any questions for the HOA from the board?
No?
Okay.
Okay, no. Thank you, Director.
Thank you.
Moving on to item number 2, discussion on and to consider approval of a second reading on an ordinance which updates the township's code of ordinance to authorize a single solid waste hauler, establish guidelines, and authorize a user fee for service. I need somebody to make this motion and read the motion as this one is about to become law.
Make a motion to consider approval of the second reading of ordinance 05-02-23, which updates the township's code of ordinances to authorize a single solid waste hauler, establish guidelines, and authorize a user fee for service.
Thank you. I have a motion. Can I have a second?
Board.
All right, I have a motion. I have a second. Director Akers.
Good evening, Board. As indicated, this is the second reading of an ordinance to authorize a single waste hauler, establish some guidelines, and authorize a user fee for solid waste service. We gave an overview at the first reading at our May 2nd meeting, so I don't have anything additional to add. However, if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Basically, we're setting ourselves up for our future with the garbage system, which we've had numerous town hall meetings, surveys, and everything else on, so, and reported in the paper. No questions?
Nope.
Okay. I've got a motion then, and I've got a second, and I need a roll call on this, Deputy Clerk.
Trustee Frazier? Yes. Trustee Kelly? Yes. Trustee Boyan?
Yes.
Treasurer Bud?
Yes.
And Supervisor McNamara?
Yes.
Thank you.
Director. Reports, we have none. Is anybody from the public that wishes to comment at this time? Anybody from the public that wishes to comment at this time? We will check our online.
No virtual comment, Supervisor.
All right, any of the board members wish to comment on anything? A motion for adjournment.
So moved.
I got a motion, second? Support. I have a motion, second. Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We're adjourned. That was nice. Yes.
Sorry, you go between, it's just this
What
middle
time does
one.
the sun go
There's this
down?
cheat sheet. It's hard to,
8:30?
those are my two items.
In a hot second.
I'm thinking.
You might get it done now before it rains.